You didn't, like, you acknowledge, again, it goes back to your self-awareness. You acknowledge that if you did not go at Drake, this thing, everything that you have done, how big you are in the game, it probably wouldn't be that. A lot of people.
That nigga tried to sacrifice me. That nigga tried to sacrifice. I hate speaking on it. And I want to say this right now. I want to say this on this video. I apologize to Drake for coming for his mom. I saw you as a business opportunity as you saw me as a business opportunity.
What's going on YouTube? Fesify Media. So XXXTentacion and Drake had a little bit of a dispute when he was alive about a song that XXX said he copied. So let's get into exactly what happened because a lot of people don't know the full story. I'm explaining it for you on this video. One of X's first big songs was Look At Me. Just the audio track alone has almost got 500 million hits on YouTube today and was picking up views when it first dropped very quickly. But just as the song was picking up, it would seem it wouldn't be long before X goes to jail. While locked up, X claims that Drake reached out and was showing a bit of love, but then not long after, he released a track with UK rapper Giggs and it sounded very similar to his song Look At Me. Their song was called KMT. There's a lot of comparisons on YouTube. I'm going to put up a clip on my Instagram for copyright reasons for you guys to look at it. That's at Fesify. Now, when X was inside, a lot of people was telling him that Drake stole his song, and when he come out, he was angry with Drake. He was interviewed on a radio station and explained the situation of people telling him inside, and after this, he started going at Drake. He dissed his mum and called him a bunch of things and said he even wanted to fight Drake over stealing that song.
So you in jail, he's supposed to contact your manager, and then what happened?
He dropped the fucking video of previewing that shit in Amsterdam with some nigga from the UK. So he plays this shit. I hear da 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 da. I'm like, what the fuck? As soon as it started, like I knew he was getting that. And the funny thing is, we didn't discover it. The fan, like you said, the fans, because they're so cold. Like it's like I got a piece of the internet. You feel me?
So they were saying that Drake was biting your style. That's what the fans were saying.
Yeah. Flow, hell yeah, bro. You could take his verse, like they did a mashup. They put his verse on my song, and the cadence is literally just at the same tempo. It's not offbeat at all.
Literally, a lot of the internet was agreeing with X that Drake had stole his song. Now, some people would say he was inspired and other people said he just absolutely bit the song. But all the comparisons on YouTube I can see, going through the comments now, everyone was saying that Drake had stole his song. And to be fair, they did sound very similar in my opinion, listening back to them now.
If you listen to my song and then you listen to the bruh song, like you could, bro, we all not dumb. Yeah, go.
Isn't the mashup on your Instagram page?
No,
that's not. Okay, where is it? Where can we find this?
You can just look up XXXTentacion Drake mashup.
Tentacion Drake.
Or just look up Drake mashup or something.
So now, where do you guys stand? Like, what's good now?
I still think Drake a fuck nigga. As a man, no, I'm keeping a blood raw. I still think Drake a fuck nigga. Like I think he's not a man. I think he's a bitch. That's a bitch move.
See, this is where X was just different to a lot of people. I think so many people overly respect and are so happy to even be associated with Drake that if Drake made a song similar, they wouldn't have the guts to say anything because it's Drake and he's the biggest rapper in the world. So they'll just be overwhelmed that he even done anything similar to them. But XXXTentacion had this aura about him where he would take on anything. He was literally fearless and had a cult fan base that would back him up all the way. So he felt like he could take on anything or anyone in the industry, and these fans would back him all the way.
Especially when I was in jail facing life, bro. You get what I'm saying? If Drake would have came to my barn hearing, you know what I'm saying, that would have made my fucking day. If he would have showed that he's a hospitable person and that he's really in this shit for the culture, rather than being a fuck nigga taking my shit, running off with it, and then putting it on his album, then he would have got my kudos, he would have got my respect. I would have let him hop on the remix, take 100% royalty.
Now, Drake did actually respond directly to the XXX situation, and a lot of people said he was playing dumb in this interview. He seemed quite genuine and talked about the whole situation and said he understands where people are coming from about the song, but only on the first 2 lines or so. Comment below what you think of this interview on him talking about it.
Today, you know, I dropped the song with Giggs, and I'm seeing all this shit on my IG under like some random picture of people being like, you took this kid's flow or whatever, right? So I'm just like, yo, what's happening to me right now, you know? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm trying to read, like, figure out who they're talking about. I find out who they're talking about.
Is this the extension guy?
I don't even think that's how you say his name. But yeah, that's
I tried to practice.
They call him
extension.
X. Yeah. So anyway, I go and I find what song they're talking about, you know, and I listen to it. I'm like, okay, I see where people could draw like this comparison off of like the first two lines, whether it be the cadence or the rhyme pattern or whatever, you know, and I'm just like, yo, it's crazy that people think that after all this time, after all I've been through, that I'm the type of person to go pre some song that's on SoundCloud. It doesn't have like 2 plays. It has plays, you know, he has this cult following, and go and think that I'm gonna like take that and make it my own. Like, I'm not stupid. I'm not like a person like that, you know?
The last time X spoke about Drake on an interview with DJ Academics, he apologized for the stuff he said about his mum and threatening him, but then said this after on the situation.
When you did go against Drake, though.
Wait. Okay, yeah. You said if I didn't do that, no.
No. Well, I was really trying to get to the courage of doing it, because I don't think anybody else would.
Would do it.
We see a lot of young artists. Every young artist he's fuck with.
Yeah.
No one is gonna. And by the way, there's been other people who have accused them of jacking their song or their flow,
and they went right behind him and kissed his ass and.
Like X and DJ Academics is saying, other people have accused Drake, but I think X is the most reasonable. When you're the biggest artist in the world, you're going to get accused of a lot of different things, and people are going to target you. And I think a lot of it was fake in the past, where people were saying he's jacked certain things. People are saying that he jacked the UK style as well. And I do think he helps a lot in certain cultures, but people say he's jacking it when he's kind of inspired, and it helps at certain times too. It's mixed opinions from a lot of people.
Shook his hand and smiled in his face. Nah, bro.
Why didn't you? Why didn't you?
Bro, I'm solid, bro. I'm solid.
Keep it on it. Was it because you were in jail? Because had you not been in jail, would you have done?
If I was outside of jail and bro took my shit and previewed my shit in Amsterdam like he did, I would have, bro. What? I probably actually would have found a way to find, bro. And it would have been real, like trying to do some shit. Because then I wouldn't be on probation. It would have been more crazy. And yes, I would have did exactly what I did. Because let me tell you something. Getting out of jail and not wanting to go back to jail put a restraint on my mind. You know what I'm saying? It put a restraint on my mind. So it made me not do certain things.
X did actually put up a story at one point saying if anyone tries to do anything to him, it was Drake that's going to be doing it. But their beef has sort of faded away by the time of X's passing.